All right. So I love this book, Stinky Cheeseman and Other Fairly Stupid Tales by John Skinky and Lane Smith. I'm not going to do the whole book because I'm only going to be making bread today, which, if you've read The Very Busy Hen, it's a play off of The Very Busy Hen. I have found a kernel of wheat, said the little red hen. Now, who will help me plant this wheat? Where is that lazy dog? Where's that lazy cat? Where's that lazy mouse? Wait a minute, hold everything. You can't tell your story right here. This is the end paper. The book hasn't even started yet. Who are you? Will you help me plant the wheat? I'm Jack. I'm the narrator. And no, I can't help you plant the wheat. I'm a very busy guy trying to put a book together. Now, why don't you just disappear for a few pages and I'll call you when I need you? But who will help me tell my story? Who will help me draw a picture of the wheat? Who will help me spell the wheat? Listen, hen, forget the wheat. Here comes the title page. Title page. And so then you go through the book, and she comes back at the very end of the book. I found the wheat. I planted the wheat. I grew the wheat. I harvested the wheat. I ground the wheat. I made the dough. I baked the bread, said the little red hen. And did anyone help me? Did anyone save space for my story? So now, said the little red hen, who thinks they're going to help me eat the bread? Bread, said the giant. Eat. And then it's the end of the book, so you think. However, the very busy hen. What is this doing here? This is ugly. Who is this ISBN guy? Who will buy this book anyway? Over 50 pages of nonsense, and I'm only in 3 of them. Blah, 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 blah. So there's other great stories in here, a play on the story. So I'm going to kind of cheat, and I'm going to use a bread machine. And so I need 1 1/3 cups of water. So if you look here, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to do 1 cup, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to do 1/3. Here you can see it. I don't know if you can see 1/3 right there, but that says 1/3 of water. So 1 cup, and then 1/3. Now, my recipe also says to use dry milk. I don't have dry milk, but I have a little bit of heavy whipping cream left. So I've never done this before, so I'm just gonna pour that in there. Finish that off because I don't like to waste anything, and I always like to experiment. I always consider myself a scientist when in the kitchen. All right, and so this is 4 teaspoons of dry milk. I'm going to put some regular 2% in here as well. All right, now you're supposed to do it in order if you're going to use a bread machine. So I've got my liquids because apparently you don't want the yeast to get with the liquids right away. So let's see, margarine or butter soften. Right here, it says 4 teaspoons. However, I am going to, once again, experiment, and I'm going to put a little bit more butter in here, and I'm going to put the butter in the different corners of the bread machine. And I'm going to see what that does to the bread. I always like to experiment. How can milk and butter be harmful to bread, huh? might have to put some more flour in there. All right, so I got my butter. Now I need 4 cups of flour. I'm gonna get my flour jar, which one of these days is going to break. Washed everything. Gotta get it from the other side. Here we have 1. I need 4 of these. Now with the other very busy hen book that I read, I made the brown bread, which I made a mistake with measuring about the quarters. I tried to get fancy with my math. 3. And 4. Hopefully I can get flour soon. I might be running out of flour. My mom says so. Like a lot of people like to measure things out. As you can see, I'm kind of I like to kind of wing it, which is why I was never allowed in the kitchen growing up. Frustrated my mom to no end. All right, so I got the flour, and now I need sugar, which if you've watched my other recipes, I never skimp on the sugar. And this says 2 tablespoons. So I'm supposed to use this size. I'm supposed to do 2 of these. However, I like my bread sweet, so I'm going to double it, and I'm going to do 1, 2. Maybe I'll just do 1 extra one because they're kind of heaping. How exciting. I'd like to see the end product. It's the worst that could happen. I'll just have to make another loaf, I guess. All right, and then I need some salt. And the salt is 2 teaspoons. So look at how big the tablespoon is, right? Tablespoon is big, but then you do a teaspoon. And how many teaspoons does it say? 2 of them. Teaspoons. I did extra sugar, so I'm going to do a little bit extra salt. A little extra butter, a little extra milk, a little extra salt, a little extra flour. And then yeast. Okay, so I got my big bag of yeast that I had to get from the internet because the stores were all out. Keep hoarding the yeast. And I need 2 teaspoons, so I need the smaller one like the salt. So I'm not going to do the bigger one, I'm going to do the smaller one. And here we go, 1. And 2. And that's pretty much it for bread. Kind of cool. The problem is you have to wait for it to knead and the yeast to rise and all kind of stuff. So order listed, insert bread pan, close the lid, and plug it in. All right, and I should have bread in about 4 hours.